Right, it's Sunday morning. I really want to mark the occasion. I've sort of been a bit slow on the uptake on this one. Just a thank you to everyone for just hit the 1,000 subscribers. And I started the channel maybe coming up to 3 years. So I mean, I'm not saying, well, wow, look at me, 1,000 subscribers, I've done really well. It's been slow going, but I know a channel like this is going to be limited. I'm not a person to spend time editing and spend a lot of time on production quality or anything like that on the videos. These are just literally get the phone out and point the camera and talk. So I do get things wrong occasionally. I do get plant names wrong. I forget things. When I do a video, I do tend to have a rough idea of what I want to do, but it quite often goes in a different direction as I'm doing it. So it's all filmed live, as it were. But anyway, yeah, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. It does mean a lot that people are watching, and I just want to share the passion of what I do. I love gardening and love the tropical style plants. So I'm looking at the Phoenix canariensis because that is the plant that sort of started it all off for me, really. The Phoenix canariensis and the Cordyline australis. So these are the two sort of biggest plants I've got in the garden because they're the oldest. And I always say, I was very late to the party when it came to sort of getting into gardening. So I've lived at this particular property for 17 years or so, and the Cordylines went in maybe about 12 years ago, and the Phoenix canariensis probably a year or two after that. And at the time I weren't into gardening, they were just little plants that I like the look of. They went in, and yeah, so this is where we are now. And I've only got one child, and as they were growing up, they took over the garden with trampolines and climbing frames and that sort of thing. But now the daughter has she's 22 now, so she didn't really use the garden, so I sort of got it back to myself, as it were. And yeah, so the growth of the canariensis and the Cordylines, that put me in a direction of the sort of tropical looks. I just loved the architectural look of them, and to have something that takes your mind away from the average UK sort of dreary climate. I think it's a nice thing to sort of step outside and into sort of holiday situation all year round, as it were. So yeah, these are the plants that started off for me, and I probably got lucky with the canariensis with a couple of early on, probably a couple of mild winters, but since then we've had some nasty winters, and this came through surprisingly well. So yeah, sometimes just the odd impulse buy can set you off in a certain direction, and from then with no looking back, we've gone down a tropical route. I love it, and I just want to share it with other people. And there's a lot of people, it seems to be quite the fashion nowadays to have the tropical style, and I don't follow fashions, that's just what I like, and when it goes out of fashion I'll still be doing it. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, I'm just glad everyone's tuning in and enjoying videos, and hopefully we can learn together with certain plants. There's always new stuff becoming available, new varieties, and it's nice to try things. Not everything's going to be successful, but yeah, it's just part of the fun of it, really. And yeah, I know it can be or seem expensive, but I guess gardening is in general. If you're buying certain plants if you're buying sort of mature, bigger specimens, but you know, it doesn't have to be. I think I paid about £4 for these 2 Cordylines, and now they're, I don't know, 16, 18 foot. And at the time, I'm sure this Canariensis was probably only about £4 or £5, and now that's a good 12 foot. So, you know, with a bit of time and patience, you can go down the slower route and enjoy watching the plants grow. And it is satisfying. I mean, it's one thing, you know, after a specimen plant you've been after for a while, and you save up and you know, put all your money into one plant, and that can be quite nice to get an instant impact. But at the same note, I think it's nice to see something grow from a very small plant to something a bit more substantial. Yeah, so yeah, just a quick one really. Nice sunny day today, nice and mild, not quite warm, but it's mild. The sun, I can feel the warmth. Yeah, so we are sort of middle December, so still, you know, a bit doom and gloom with the winter season, but you know, you got to hold on to the little things. So I think next week we have the shortest day, then we start gaining a bit of daylight, so that's something to look forward to. Yeah, January and February are always the worst months for me, until we hit March and things start sort of coming to life again. But yeah, so just a big thank you to everyone, for the new subscribers, for old subscribers. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate the comments. I'm going to keep going. Like I say, the videos aren't anything special, just what I see at the time in general. I don't really tend to do sort of hard and fast sort of grow guides or informational videos like that, because I don't feel I'm qualified to do that. I you know, if I've grown a plant for a few years, I'll do a video on it and tell you what I've done and how it's grown. But in general, you know, it varies so much where we are in the country or in the world. The same plant may want different conditions in a slightly different environment. Anyway, so we'll leave it there. And again, thank you everyone for subscribing and watching the videos. Still plenty more to come. Even if I've got nothing really to talk about, I'll turn the camera on and just see what takes my eye at the time. Right, we'll catch you on the next one.